No. They say time makes it easier. I don't know that that's so much true, that time makes it easier. To walk in and see his face is just a reminder of what we had to go through when we had to see him, because he was still alive when I got to the hospital, and so he was brutally attacked. He was bludgeoned.
Was he beaten?
Yes. He was unrecognizable.
Memories that stick out with my dad are with my brother and I being little, and his favorite places to go to were Sabino Canyon and Madera Canyon.
And since I was in New Mexico seeing the rocket launch,
cooking out and listening to music and hiking and teaching us, how to find water, where to find water. He really, really loved the outdoors, and my fondest memories, I would have to say, are at Sabino Canyon. That was our to-go place, was Sabino Canyon. Also visiting him, he lived in California for a little while, and we'd go visit him in California, and him taking us to, I remember, a Japanese garden to see the beautiful flowers and nature. He was all about nature. Very, very free-spirited. Wasn't afraid of anything. And he, although was free-spirited and strong and tough as he was very protective. There was never a doubt that he would protect my brother.
He loved to hike, he loved to barbecue. He had a quirky sense of humor, the biggest smile, the biggest heart. And it's hard. It's hard. And there was somebody out there who just took his life for no apparent reason. And you kind of wonder what's going on in their minds, or what they're experiencing that put so much hate in their heart to hurt somebody like that. Likewise for her situation, you have to think the same too.
Right.
Who wants to hurt a homeless person, and why? For what reason?
Right.
They're not doing anything to anyone. Jason was the same. He loved people. He would help anybody. And so you have to sit and wonder, who in the right mind can cause such, who could do this? And not only affect him, the families. My life has been altered, and my whole life, the life of my family. They'll never be the same. And like she said, people say time heals. It doesn't. It doesn't heal. You have to live with this every single day. And it's more hurtful when you don't know who did it, or why they did it, or the justice has not been brought to these individuals. And that's what I'm hopeful for. I'm hopeful that somebody that night who might have seen an altercation and thought that's all it was, an argument or a fight, but didn't realize that shortly after Jason made his report to the Tucson PD, just a few feet from the section where he was assaulted, he fell for the second time, and they found him unresponsive. And it was due to those injuries that my son sustained that caused his life. So I'm hopeful that somebody that night, because I know there's very many people out there, a lot of young adults that have cameras on their phone, they must have filmed something. Somebody saw something. And anything, any little piece of information would help bring the bigger puzzle all together and figure out who those individuals were that assaulted my son. So I'm hopeful that today, and I thank everybody for putting this together, that somebody remembers something, even though it was over a year ago. COVID has really taken a toll on a lot of people's lives, has impeded my progress of going out there and trying to find out, passing out flyers to see if anyone has seen anything or know anything, because Tucson's a very small town. Somebody knows something. And so I'm thankful once again for good being here today. So I'm hoping that somebody that night might remember, might recollect the incident, might think they saw something, might know something, and bring that forward. And hopefully we can bring justice to Jason. I'm hopeful. There's a lot of good memories I have of Jason, but the one that was most impacting is when we took our last vacation together. It was myself, his older brother. We went to San Diego because that's our favorite place to go, since that's where Jason was born. And we went to Universal Studios. And they have these places where you could do makeup, like paint yourself to be somebody. And Jason painted himself to be a pirate. And he wore that all day. We went out to different places. He had this pirate makeup on, and it was hilarious. I'm looking and thinking only he would do something like that, out in public, and people looking at him like, why does, That's something I'll never forget. And when he used to drive me to work in the morning, he used to work a long night, and we were down one car. And my work, I had to be to work really early, like at 5. So he'd be there at 4:30 in the morning to pick me up, to take me to work. On the way to work, we'll either stop at to buy a bagel or a Starbucks, and those are my good moments of Jay. So when I see a Starbucks or I see the Einstein bagels, I get emotional because I remember him. I remember ordering, having breakfast together, and me thinking how fortunate I was to have him, and the things that he did for me. All my sons. But that was one of the best moments that I have to kind of focus on, so that I don't become sad or that I don't cry. Just think of that day, of that weekend. And we went to Universal Studios, we went to Disneyland, we went to the San Diego Zoo. It was an exhausting weekend, but we had a good time. We had a really good time. Oh, those who know Jason probably will agree on me that he was a very kind-hearted person. He loved to cook. He would do anything for anybody. He was always handing out to the individuals out in the street who needed help. I just wish if anyone that night saw anything or remembers anything, that they would come forward.
At this time, I would like to read a few words from Ann Corbut, who was not able to be here with us today. My son's life was cut irreversibly short on October 13, 2015, but his love lives on forever and ever. There is and will always be a missing space in my life and family, a forever hole in my heart. Time does not make that space less empty. Nothing does. The space lasts a lifetime. I will miss Zach forever. While Zach's case still remains unsolved, I cannot thank the Tucson Police Department, Homicide Division enough for their countless hours of detective work and support they have tirelessly provided and continue to provide.